The Little Prince, Chapter 5. As each day passed, I would learn, in our talk, something about the Little Prince's planet, his departure from it, his journey. The information would come very slowly, as it might chance to fall from his thoughts. It was in this way that I heard, on the third day, about the catastrophe of the baobabs. This time, once more, I had the sheep to thank for it. For the little prince asked me abruptly, as if seized by a grave doubt, "It is true, isn't it, that sheep eat little bushes?" "Yes, that is true." "Ah, I am glad." I did not understand why it was so important that sheep should eat little bushes. But the little prince added, "Then it follows that they also eat baobabs." I pointed out to the little prince that baobabs were not little bushes, but, on the contrary, trees as big as castles. And that even if he took a whole herd of elephants away with him, the herd would not eat up one single baobab. The idea of the herd of elephants made the little prince laugh. "Oh, we would have to put them one on top of the other," he said. But he made a wise comment. "Before they grow big, the baobabs start out by being little." "That is strictly correct," I said. "But why do you want the sheep to eat the little baobabs?" He answered me at once, "Oh, come," as if he were speaking of something that was self-evident, and I was obliged to make a great mental effort to solve this problem without any assistance. I am extremely privileged to have got this opportunity to express my feelings on this momentous occasion, the 60th anniversary of Yuri Gagarin's flight into space. I remember I was a school kid, a 10th grader, when Yuri blasted off into space, taking the entire world by surprise. Of course, his flight was preceded by the Sputniks launched by the then Soviet Union. So it was a tremendously exciting experience for me as a student, indeed for the rest of the world, which was quite unprepared for this kind of an event. And I recall reading every scrap of information that was made available through the print media in those days. And subsequently, when Yuri Gagarin and his dear wife visited various countries, he had also come to India, though of course I wasn't there in person when he visited Delhi. However, he had mentioned at that time that it was his hope that an Indian would one day go up into space. And I think those were prophetic words, and that time I didn't think much of it, primarily because I was more focused on my career choice, that of being a fighter pilot in the Indian Air Force. Additionally, of course, we didn't have any manned space program, so I just kind of filed that thought away. Little did I realize that indeed years later, after I had already become a fighter pilot and a test pilot with the Indian Air Force, that I would be lucky enough to be chosen for the space flight, and that too with the Soviets. So in a sense, it was Yuri Gagarin which opened the door for my own space flight, and it's difficult for me to forget that association, because when we went there for training, we were very warmly received in the Soviet Union, and we spent 18 months training for the space flight, which I undertook with my late colleagues Yuri Malashev and Gennady Strikalov, and it was a memorable occasion to train with them, to be a part of that crew, to undertake that space flight, and for all the science that we carried out during that trip. Unforgettable indeed, and I shall always cherish that. And so on this occasion, once again, though I've never had the privilege of meeting up with Yuri Gagarin, however, he is the person one needs to thank for opening the doors for all of us, and for us, our species, to get started on space exploration. And today we are waiting to set up another home, probably on the moon first, before we go on to Mars.